close your eyes.
Jungkook wear his uniform. They have to go to university today. He took his backpack and came out of his room, but he saw Yun already moving out of the house. He walked faster and then locked the house door after coming out. Yun was walking in her usual thoughts when she saw the car stop abruptly in front of her. She looks up. Come inside, I'll drop you. What? No. You know we can't be seen together in the university. I will park the car away from the university. No one will see us. Are you sure? That's why I'm here. Yun unlocked the car door, climbed inside, and they drove to the university. They both entered the university together, but he parked the car far away, as he said while they kept their distance. Yun was excited because this was her first time driving in his car. She has told him the whole truth, and all she wants is to stay in close to him. She hoped that all would go well now. Cookie, I missed you. They both look up and Amber hugs Jungkook tightly with the full force and he stumbled back. Yun's smile fell. She bit her inner cheeks and walked ahead of them. She can hear her loud voice. Mood ruiner. Jungkook, where were you? Can you please stand a little away from me? He said, almost rolling his eyes as he pushed her away from her. What happened to you, Jungkook? Why are you so distant from me? Because you're annoying. I'm annoying. You're the biggest jerk in this university. Oh really? Then let's stop this whole drama. Stop what? You and me dating? I'm tired of you. As expected. Do you find your new toy, Yun? Jungkook glared at her when he heard your name from her. Don't take her name from your mouth. Oh, possessive over your enemy? What is this drama now? Yeah, so what will you do? And please, don't show me your face again. I'm done with you. I literally wait for you this long for nothing. I know what your intentions is, Amber, from the start, and I think you should stay away from me before I spoil that fake image of yours you got from dating me. He said and walked away from her. Amber rolled her eyes. Let's see, Jungkook, you are not going away from me this easily. James turned around and looked at her. She stand in front of him. What happened? I want to say thank you. In this past month, he apologized again and again for his behavior. He knew what he did was wrong. And after that night, he helped her when she had no one beside her to buy her medicine and sit with her trying to make her sleep. She spent time with him. She knows he's not a bad guy. For what? The night you helped me? No worries, I'm glad I'm unused to you. James said, but his gaze fell behind her and he looked confused. He is still dating Amber? James said, and you looked behind as he was talking to her. No, he looked frustrated. He pushed her a little. He is. You two literally hate each other, so how come you got married? It just happened. Our parents arranged our marriage. So you broke up with me because you started loving him? Love? She whispered to herself. Do I really love him? I don't know. You are not sure about your feelings? Yin thought to herself. When she witnessed him in pain, her heart ached too. Every time he suffered, she felt weight on her heart. She wanted something different, an updated version of their relationship, where they could share everything openly and honestly. She cared about him deeply and wanted to stay close to him. But is it love? Well, your husband is throwing daggers in my direction with his eyes. Yin was about to turn around and James grabbed her face and stopped her from turning around. What are you doing? You wanted to tell him that we are talking about him? Let's go to the classroom. James grabbed her hand and took her to the classroom while Jungkook was clenching his fist. Yun turned around only to find Amber there. What were you doing with Jungkook? When I saw you coming with him in the car. Oh, you saw us? So what should I do with this? Oh, you saw us? So what should I do with this information? He and your husband. Do he know you are spreading misinformation in the university? Really? And how do you know it's misinformation? Amber's smile fell and she glared at him. Stay away from my boyfriend and stop spreading nonsense. You really think he would marry you? If you don't believe, then ask him. I know he would tell you the truth. Stop daydreaming. You must be feeling really insecure today when you saw him with me. And why would I feel insecure? Just take a look at the mirror. You will understand. Yoon said sweetly and Amber's jaw clenched. Well, you wasted my enough time. I gotta go. By the way, the hickey looked nice on you. You look at her expression with a smug plaster on her face. Amber's eyes widen a little, but you know that look when you caught someone red-handed. Of course, it will look good. Jungkook gave it to me. Oh really? Her smile still didn't fade from her face as she stepped closer to her. But as long as I remember, I saw him pushing you and taking his music class, which still didn't end yet. Amber looked away from her and pushed her a little. What? Cat got your tongue, huh? You can ask him. I think he will tell you, she said and winked as she walked away. You stand there. Did he really? The question is now bothering her. Of course, she is his girlfriend. You think you have a chance, Yoon? Jungkook was sitting on the lounge, watching TV, and Yoon was talking to someone on the phone. She came after some time and started preparing for breakfast. Jungkook walked towards the kitchen and poured himself a glass of water. Jungkook had something in his mind he wanted to ask her, but he don't know how. Why was James with you that night? Yoon finally looked up at him confused. What? I mean, I get it, you were sick, but you could have called me. I called you, but your mobile was switched off. So out of all people, why James? What are you trying to say? You know very well what I'm talking about. I don't have many friends. I don't call my parents because they just left few hours ago. You were not picking up my calls, so I had the last option, and that was James. Right, James. But you do know he could have done something and no one would beside you. He's not that bad, and besides, he apologized for everything he did. I dated him. I know he's not a bad guy. Jungkook clicked his tongue. His jealousy was taking his control, and he walked towards her and stand in front of her, towering over her with his large figure. Not a bad guy. Is that why he tried to kiss you? Didn't you do the same? She asked, and Jungkook froze, remembering how he kissed her the first time out of jealousy. It's different. How is it different? I am your husband, so does it give you the right to do whatever you want with me? She asked that when she still can't take the image out of Amber, she is angry on him too. Why is he getting angry on me standing with James when he still didn't walk up with her? Jungkook looked at her for a second. I shouldn't have done that, and for what who I am to her. I wasted my years dating her, and now even after the truth came out, I know she was innocent too. Do I really think things will change between us? No, never. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have touched you without your consent. Yeah, I'm sorry, he said and took his step back from her. First, I was her friend, and now I'm her first husband. Nothing more. She watched as he left the house and closed her eyes. He looked so hurt. Why did I have to say that? You literally compare him with your ex. He was just worried about me. Why do I always run things? Where is he? She said, frustratingly calling him again and again. It's midnight and there is no sign of him. She wanted to talk to him. Apparently she has this long tongue which hurt other people. She don't know what she will talk to him, but she wanted to see him because he was hurt when he left the house, and she don't know what will he do. Please pick up the calls. I'm sorry, Jungkook. Tears left from her eyes waiting for him. His face came in front of her again and again. And just like that, a whole week passed. But Jungkook didn't come home. Yoon tried to call him 1,000 times now, but his mobile switched off always. She called her parents and his parents too, but he was not there. He was not coming to university too. He was worried was an understatement. She don't know where to find him. She even asked Amber, hoping maybe she know, but nothing. Yoon is sitting on the edge of her sofa, her face buried in her hands, tears streaming down her face. She looked weak, her heart heavy with longing. The lounge is dimly lit, reflecting her sad mood. I never meant to hurt him with my words. I want everything to be alright, but I was the one who ruined everything in the first place. I know how much he loves me. He just worried about me. He was worried that something might happen to me. What have I done? Jungkook, I'm sorry, please. She realized she is not confused anymore about her feelings. She really can't live without him. She heard the door opening sound and looked in the direction. Jungkook stumbled as he entered inside the house, feeling a little tipsy. He had drowned his sorrow in alcohol. Jungkook? She spoke his name politely, looking at his condition. His eyes were puffy, and red just like hers. She grabbed his shoulder to support, but he removed her hand. I'm okay, he said and walked towards the sofa. Sat down there. Where were you? Do you know how much I was worried? Why were you worried? Shouldn't you be sleeping right now? How can I sleep when you were out there not picking up my calls? Jungkook, it's been a week. This is not the first time I came home late. Then why are you worried now? Jungkook was a little tipsy, but he knew what he's talking about, and for now he just wanted to be alone. I was worried because I care about you. You just called me once, tell me where were you? Stop caring about me and stop giving me false hope. How can she stop caring about him? It's not in her hands. She knows how she spent this past week crying all the time. Jungkook, I'm sorry. Yoon, please, I'm not in the mood. He said and buried his face in his hands. Yoon knelt down in front of him and she removed his hand from his face and made him look at her. Jungkook, don't ignore me. Jungkook looked at her face. Her eyes were swollen, but he looked away. Yoon turned his face again. Please share with me what's hurting you. You are hurting me. Loving you is hurting me. Please tell me something to stop this feeling. I know at the end I will be getting hurt. He whispered out as tears filled his eyes again. At this time he was begging her to love him for once. He is aware of how beautiful they look while sobbing like this, but what can he do? He is deeply in love with her, and he only wanted to feel love once, the love he has not felt since he was a child. Yoon stared at him how broken he looks, and if she don't love him, then why she is feeling tightness in her chest. Without realizing her, she don't know how many times she hurt him with her words. Now he is begging her to stop this feeling of love. But if I don't want you to stop loving me, and just like always suffer alone? You are not alone, I'm suffering too. I was confused about my feelings. Then let me love you. I promise I will not be like your father. I know you are not, but I'm afraid. What if one day you decided to stop loving me? I fought for years. I tried to hide my feelings, giving them name hate. I tried to hurt you, but it hurt me back. Then show me how much you love me, and this time I promise I will not hurt you. She whispered, and Jungkook looked sincerity in her eyes. Promise, I promise. Let's give this relationship a chance because I know I'm not ready to lose you. Me too. She smiled softly as she sat beside him on the sofa while resting her head on his shoulder. Is that new beginning will good for them? Jungkook woke up. His head is little hurting, not much since he didn't drink much last night. He looked around. He was sleeping on the sofa. Jungkook messily passes his hand through his hair. His eyes fell on the medicine and water. A smile appeared on his lips. It must be Yoon. He took the medicine and gulped it down with water. He walked towards the kitchen. Oh, good morning, Yoon. Good morning and thanks for the medicine. No problem here. I made tea for you. Thank you so much. I need this right now. Yoon smiled and started making breakfast. Do you want to go somewhere today? Where? Anywhere you want? He asked softly since he just wanted to spend time with her like a normal couple. How about we go to shopping and then we can go and eat ice cream and then we can ride? Her word cut off when the bell rang. She blinked her eyes and looked at Jungkook confused. Who is it this time? I'll see. Jungkook said and walked out of there. You guys were still sleeping? Yoon heard Mrs. Yoon's voice and she walked out of the kitchen to greet him. It was Sunday, so you know. Let the kids enjoy their life. They all walked together and sat down on the sofa. You could have informed us before coming. Then how do we surprise you? Well, we will come back after changing clothes. Yes, kids, take your time. They both excused themselves and walked to their rooms to change their clothes. Yoon changed her clothes after taking a shower. She opened her bathroom door but stopped when she saw her mom sitting there. Oh, Mom, I was just coming. What happened? Yoon, are you and Jungkook happy with each other? Yoon stared at her sudden question and looked at her mom confused. Yes, why did you ask? She said, knowing they decided to start their relationship again and this time on good terms. When will you stop lying? I'm not lying, then what is all this? Yoon gulped at her serious tone. What happened to her all of a sudden? What, Mom? You two living in the separate rooms. Yoon's eyes widened a little for a moment. Oh, she forgot. Nothing, Mom. You know couple fights. It just made him sleep in another room yesterday and now we are all good. Again lying? No, Mom, it's the truth. I saw you living in different rooms 3 weeks ago when we came here. Mom, and like you said it was a couple fight. Then what about the Busan trip? You two booked different rooms. Will you still lie? Mom, don't interfere in our private lives. Don't worry, she said, convincing her mom. She saw her mom sighing in relief. Now stop overthinking and let's go to the others. They both moved out of her room. She smiled at her mom, convincing her mom everything is alright. They reached at the lounge and her heart sank when she saw Amber standing there and Jungkook was standing beside her father. Yoon looked at everyone's reactions and they were looking mad. Who is she? She asked to others and why they are looking mad, but Yoon guessed what was happening. Yoon saw Amber looking shocked at you. She must be shocked at what I'm doing here. Yoon looked at Jungkook and he lightly shook his head, his color fading away from his face. You know about this, Yoon? Who is she? Will anybody tell me? Apparently, she is Jungkook's girlfriend. Yoon, what the hell is all this? Look, it's not what it's looked like. I can explain. So you know all along about this? Both of their heart races as they heard the rough voice of Jungkook's father. It's not her fault. You shut up. Is that how I raised you? Is that what I taught you? That while you are married, you are having an affair with another woman? Jungkook stood still with his hand hung low. I never expected this from you, Jungkook. Her mother's disappointed voice was hurtful to him. So that's what were you hiding from me, Yoon? That's why you two living in separate room. Is that what are you bearing for 6 months? I'm not bearing anything. You misunderstood the situation. What are we misunderstanding when the proof is in front of us? Or are you gonna lie about she is not his mistress? Because she is not. Okay, tell me, you girl. He pointed out at Amber and she looked at them. For how long have you been dating Jungkook? 8 months. So you are dating her even before marriage? Jungkook stayed quiet. They won't understand. She was not her mistress. He was not even serious about dating her, and he already broke up with her. But how will he tell this to his parents? Get out of here, girl, and forget about him. He is married already. Amber looked at his father shocked, and then she looked at you. The urge to mock her right now when she said, "Stop daydreaming, he will not marry you," was increasing, but you were in a situation where you don't know what will happen next. Amber walked out of their house quietly. Jungkook, you disappoint me every time with your behavior. So you two were never happy together? We are happy. Why are you interfering in our life? Your husband has mistress behind your back and you are defending him? She is not his mistress. Divorce him. Yoon heard saying as she heard her mom's sentence while Jungkook looked up with his widened eyes frozen in his place. No, they can't lose each other now. Finally, they decided to give each other a chance. Mom, I'm serious, Yoon. Let's calm down first. Why would I calm down? Did you hear what your daughter is bearing for all these months? You don't know what he is doing to her behind your back. Let's listen to girls first. I know they have some reason to. What reason he could have? I'm serious, Yoon. Divorce? Enough. Stop, all of you. They all look shocked as Yoon yelled. Do you guys think divorce and marriage are a joke? First, you forced us to marry each other. He was not alone. I had a boyfriend too, even after marriage. And whose fault is this? All of you to force us. Do you guys ever consider what we want? Mom, I know you are afraid that what happened to you in the past might happen to me. So why didn't you thought this before you said those words? Arranged marriages like this, you will love him after that. Now, without even listening to us, you want me to divorce him? And Mr. June, you are talking about disappointment? He is a human, not a robot. You all want him to obey you, and you made him feel like shit since he was a child. Do you even have any idea what he go through? How he got bullied in his school life? Because you don't want to hear complaints, so you told him to act nice. For once, you could have embraced him. Tell him how proud you are. He wouldn't lose his confidence. He wouldn't get bullied. You destroyed his life and told him how disappointed you are. But you failed as a parent. We parents call our girls is always for their best. But look at you now, young lady, raising your voice at your parents. I didn't fail as a parent, it was for his best. A little best? Dad, you ruined my life. You criticized me continuously. What should I do or not? You made me feel like I was not worth anything. I lost my self-worth. Still tried my best so I can make you proud. But every time I heard those words, you disappoint me. What was my fault in all this? You didn't even ask why was I depressed? Why was I locking myself in my room? Do you still think that was best for me? Jungkook finally spoke for the first time in front of his dad. He was too tired. He can't just obey them whatever they want. Mr. June stayed quiet and every time looked down guilty. He was right and they all know. Stop controlling our lives. Now we are not robots or puppets. We are your child for God's sake. It's time to stop suffocating us. Let us live how we want. And one thing more. Next time come to meet us when you are ready to accept us as your child, not a robot. She yelled and looked at all of them, who is now quiet. She grabbed Jungkook's hand and walked out of the house. Damn it, she said as they come out of the house and stand there in the garage. Calm down, it's alright. Did you hear them? They literally want us to get divorced. I know. Jungkook said and pulled her into his embrace. I'm proud of you. You finally said to your dad what you wanted to tell him. And I can't do it without you. Yun smiled and hugged him back while resting her head on his chest. Yun, we should head back inside. People are staring at us. What? Jungkook moved his eyes, telling her to look at the garage while standing out of the house. You look at her side and her eyes widen. Oh shit, I forget this is our house. Then let's go inside. But our parents? Our rooms as she came outside. Okay. She grabbed his hand and made her expression back to Amber and pushed the door. Jungkook tried to control his laugh. She is looking like the main hero while Jungkook her heroine. Their parents looked at them as they entered, but both of them didn't spare them any glance and shut the door tightly of their room. Jungkook finally burst into laughter and dropped himself on the bed, and you look at him confused. Why are you laughing? Nothing, you look like my superhero. Yuna smiled and she saw him smile. Finally, the genuine one. She lay beside him and smiled at him softly as she held him by his ears. Jungkook stopped laughing and locked his eyes with hers. Promise you will never leave me. I promise. And they closed their eyes, lying side by side.